Okay, so first things first, let's refill the clan castle. So I just requested troops. So thank you, Cicio the Great, for the archers. Let's go review. Actually, let's queue up stuff first, and then let's review recent attacks. Okay, so I did not have to deploy my level 4 from. Okay, and then we got some goblins from Matsumoto. Well, I guess Matsumoto doesn't know my normal request. I didn't actually type it at this time, but pretty often I say archers only when I request troops. Always a good suggestion. If you only want archers, barbarians, or archers, barbarians, or balloons, just say what you want in the clan chat. So I can just be like, always be friendly though. I mean, they just donate the troops fee for Pete's sake. Thanks for the troops, but please don't send any more goblins. Okay, so that's good. Moving on. So I said we were going to queue up an army and then go on to my review some attacks. So we did not have to spend any giants or wall breakers during the attacks, but we need 19 more of these. Actually, 19. I think I had 15 total, so 14 more, 6 more. 14 of these. Oh crap, we're finishing wall breakers. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I had to edit the video right there. Someone came and knocked on my door and had to answer it. So I had to edit out the video for a second there, which is why I'm a little distracted. And that's why the wall breakers were starting completing. I think we actually only completed one. That's not so bad. I will just take an extra one when I go to fight. Okay then. Queue up some extra guys. That's good right there. I believe is all we need. Yeah, although, you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to do 5 more barbarians, just, they're useful. I'm going to change my composition, go a little more barbarian heavy. They're just so good for soaking up damage. Okay, so, recent attack, let's go. So, we have had a couple recent attacks on the base. Let's see, so we reviewed this one in the last video, but just after the last video ended, we were attacked a couple times. So, as you can see, this one was 22 hours ago, 21 hours ago, and 12 hours ago. I think this one might have given us a shield. I'm not sure about that. Resource-wise, we did pretty good on all of them. Sort of getting towards the high end of resources lost, but honestly, I mean, like, right now I just had, like, 200,000 elixir that I had stored up, and they only got less than 20,000 resources each, so I'm not really complaining about the resources. Very nice that we got more trophies from these two guys that failed in their attacks. So let's go load up this first one on the bottom. Very goblin heavy. Also giant heavy. So I'm curious how they did this. Personally, if I was going to go goblin and giant heavy, I would probably use the giants for distractions and not to take out defenses. But I sort of have a feeling most people won't feel the same way, so he'll probably deploy them to try to take out defenses first. But let's find out. Okay, goblins from the bottom. He's going for the gold storage again. People keep doing that. They keep thinking there's a lot more resources in it than there actually are. Good spread of archers. Always good to spread them out rather than just hold your finger and deploy tons. That was a very nice hit with the mortar. So wizard tower right there. You saw how that funneling worked perfectly. Last couple archers are going to be cleaned up by my archers. Bunch more golems on the top left. Bomb did decent damage. Wasn't the best. The mortar is going to have a field day over here. Just took out probably 20 of them. These archers are going to have a great time finishing up these giants. Okay, they're dead. Good bomb right there. Oh, and great, great mortar right there. So as you can see, he's got 30 seconds left. He might deploy something else. That was a terrible decision. You saw all those guys died so fast. Oh, and that was another bad decision. He really wants our resources, but he's not getting them. This mortar is going to kill all these guys so fast. We've got a ton of archers still alive, as you can see. These are the clan castle reinforcements. They got the little shield on the left, so you know they're ours. let me talk about his bad decisions at the end. I mean, it was an okay attack until the end. I didn't really have a problem with any of the things he did. He should not have He should have known better that this elixir and this gold did not actually have that many resources available in them. Likewise, when he attacked, like I'm sure it said like, say there's 30,000 resources available to steal. He should have known. He should have realized that once he took out like this gold mine or did damage to this one, he should have realized that there was more. That most of the gold wasn't actually in the mines or elixirs, but was actually in the storage, which means attacking with these goblins at the end was going to be a very bad decision. Even if it paid off completely and they destroyed all this stuff without dying, it still wouldn't have gotten the resources because the resources are all in here. Okay, the other bad decision was deciding to continue the attack at the end. It's always worse when you weaken yourself by, you think like, hey, if I deploy half my army and take him out, I'll be able to take him out. Half the army, take him out. And you deploy half your army and it just gets wiped out. Like, this was pretty much the case. Like, yeah, he got some buildings, but he really didn't get that many. To decide then, I'm going to deploy the other half of my army to take him out. That's a pretty risky decision. Obviously, if you're going to deploy all your army, you want to deploy at the same time, so it's all attacking, and the defenses are being overwhelmed. There's so many guys attacking. Not spread them out into 2 waves, especially when everything dies in the first wave. So yeah, that was a problem. Another thing that really should have made that very obvious to him was he didn't actually destroy any defenses, except for the air defense. That's the only one he destroyed. That really should have been a big tip that, hey, this base really has not been damaged. Just because you're going to deploy the other half of your army and your clan castle guys does not mean you're going to be able to take it out. Okay. So we've critiqued his attack. I'm going to give him like a B+ for the first part, and then a D for the second part. It was a good attack at first, but deciding to continue attacking, that was bad. I should be grading these people. That's a fun idea. I'm going to keep doing that. Gotta remember it, though. Okay, this was Giant, couple Wall Breaker, and all Barbarian. Sorry I didn't mention it. I just glanced at it after I hit the button. Okay, another person hoping to bring all of their guys in through into here and destroy it. They did actually use the Wall Breakers correctly, as you saw it. Both 2 of them came in. One of them went off, which means it was deployed on this side too much. As you might have seen at the beginning, that this bomb hadn't been detonated and hadn't been replaced. These attacks were too close to each other, and I hadn't been online to replace the traps and bombs. So these bombs are all gone. Other than that, though, these spring traps are both here. But it looks like all the guys are... Wow, that was a great mortar hit. Too bad it's going to miss. Yeah, it missed. Okay, what do I expect here? Well, because we don't have any splash guys on this side, these guys are just going to work their way around slowly. I highly doubt we'll be able to stop them before they enter range of the mortar again, and then the mortar will probably finish them up. Why is that? Just because there's a ton of little individual guys, and we are only firing, like, 5 of us are firing at once right here. All 5 are firing. But still, that only takes out, like, 5 guys per swing. Interesting that some of them decided that this was going to be their next target. I don't think they're going to get through the walls, though. That's interesting to know. That was sort of a question of, they destroyed this building, and that all the units said, which is closer? This, which is through a wall, or this, which is slightly farther? And a few of them decided that this was going to be closer. Yeah, they made it around. Not quite as many as I expected to. I thought the mortar might clean them all up, but that's that. Critiquing that attack, well, he uses wall breakers nearly perfectly, unintentionally though. I could tell he didn't really know what he was doing. So if you're going to use the wall breakers like that, deploy your giant. Well, okay, he did it nearly perfectly, but I think it was all unintentional. Deploy 1 giant. Okay, what's it going to do? Well, it might come into these walls, or it might come around here. Even if it does come into these walls, which it did not, you'll notice, it decided to come around, it won't necessarily attack a weakened wall, which the wall breakers hit. So after you deploy that 1, it distracts these guys, so that's good. Then he should deploy 2, like he did, that destroyed these 2 walls. Then he should deploy 2 in the exact same spot, which he sort of did. One of them was in the same spot, one was in 1 over. The one in the same spot went in a straight line, hit here. The one in 1 over went for the damaged walls, and then ended up over here, because it's a straight line. Sort of technical right there, but it's how it works. And what he should have done, like I said, was 1 giant, 2 goblins. 2 more goblin, or wall breakers. 2 wall breakers, 2 more wall breakers. Second 2 would have gone right here if he placed them correctly. Then deploy the other 8 giants. Also is of the benefit of, hey, your wall breakers screwed up? Well, you've only committed 1 giant and 4 wall breakers to this attack. You can just back out then if it fails already. No need to overcommit just because all of your giants are down. Other than that, don't group up the barbarians quite so much. There's literally no benefit. It's sort of interesting that he chose to just deploy them all right here. Maybe he didn't know it, and I guess he didn't. But most of them are going to all come down in here and just attack these. There's no chance that they were going to come in here and attack the defenses. Why is that? Because when the giants came in, they took out this defense and they took out this defense. And by the time the goblin or the barbarians got here, and say they're destroying this, this is already dead. So that means the next nearest one is this right here. So they're going to continue on this outside path rather than taking the inside route. If instead you wanted to them to take the inside route and kill the defenses, for example, which he should have done, I should add, what you should have done was deploy, say, 15 barbarians right here. They'll take out these buildings in here, maybe this one, these 2 for sure, this one maybe, and then deploy the rest of your guys over here. What they'll do is they'll swarm these, and then they'll get here, or here, and they'll say, what's the next nearest building? These ones will already be dead from the 15, so they'll come into here next and destroy the defenses. So I think that's what he was trying to do, but he just didn't quite know how all the units worked. He didn't really know how the wall breakers worked, didn't really know how the giants were going to work, and didn't really know how the barbarians were going to work. So I'll give him a C, or maybe a C-. Honestly, I sort of expected a little bit of that at this level. He didn't do it that poorly. And it shows you, like, that army composition could have been very dangerous to us if he had deployed it slightly more effectively. So 45 barbarians were in that attack, and 12 giants. Okay, so this next attack is going to have 12 giants, so giant heavy once again. All these attacks were giant heavy. How's our base hold up against giants? I like how our base holds up against giants very well. Partially due to the spiral, and also due to the spring traps. I think we're very well prepared for giants. So let's load up this next one. Actually, you know what? We're full. I'm going to take a break from this next one and go on an attack again. Just because that means I can spend more time while the army's completing reviewing the base, because they'll train while we're reviewing. Then I don't have to edit out quite as much video. Okay, once again, we've got 220,000 elixir, because last attack was very unprofitable in the elixir count, so I'm going to spend some of this elixir to temporarily store it up. And there we are, 137,000. Find a match. I haven't really looked at revenge matches lately. Maybe I should do that. Good on the elixir count, but decent defenses. Hell, also like good defenses. Yeah, we're not going to attack it. He did not make the same mistake as the guy we reviewed earlier. He had a wall around his base, but they're all low level compared to his outer walls. This guy has nice level defenses, but crappy walls. Honestly, I'd rather have someone with very nice walls and attack them than very nice walls and crappy defenses, that is. Better defenses are just harder. I don't think I'm going to take this on. It's not a ton of trophies, even if we win it. I'm not super confident in being able to 3-star it. And while it's not a great base, it's not a terrible base either. Good on the resource count. Lots of it uncollected, as you can tell in this gold over here and this elixir down here. Once again, not a ton of trophies. He's got this weird thing where all the archer towers are spread out on the outside. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not really sure if I want to take this on or not. Okay, I'm going to. First thing, I'm going to attack from this side down here, because where all the elixir is, and that's what we're going for. First thing to do is check if there's clan castle guys in here, so I'm going to do that with an archer out here. He's going to get shot down by the archer tower here. Nothing deployed though, so nothing in there. That's good. I'm going to deploy all the giants right here. They're going to attack this, and they're going to come over here and attack this. I better do it. I'm sort of running out of time. Wizard tower is probably going to do the most damage to guys right now, but can't really help that. I'm going to deploy infantry to try to soak up wizard tower damage. Oh, damn it, they attacked the wrong one. I was hoping they would come over for the other archer tower. They didn't. So because they did that, I'm going to help them get through with a wall breaker. I guess the units decided they'd rather go for the close defense rather than the farther away but faster to get to one. Like I said, the wizard tower is just raping crap. I'm going to deploy half of our goblins to take out that. Once those are down, I'll deploy the rest over here to go in here. I have to wait till these go down, though, so right now, because then this is the next closest. Otherwise, as you saw, these goblins are now distracted over here. And they're coming back. Good. I hope this doesn't start firing on these goblins, but I think it might. Yes, they moved. Only got like 3. So we're going to get most of the elixir. I'm going to deploy a couple archers out here to help with the mortar. Also to take fire off those giants, or off of the barbarians. So it looks like most of them are dead now. I would like to get some of this gold out here. I'm not sure the best way to go about it. I think I'm going to deploy 10 guys out here to take out this cannon. I'll do 8 guys. I think 8 will probably be able to handle it. Then I'm going to deploy a couple randoms out here to take out some of the gold. The only other defense is going to be this archer tower. It's going to be able to protect about half of these gold things. Here's a place I'm very tempted to use my clan castle guys, and I'm going to. Why is that? Because there's 40,000 gold, and 40,000 is a good enough amount that I'm going to. I couldn't get it with the 20 archers I had left. Couldn't deal with both this cannon and this and these all. But with the help of the clan castle guys, I could. And I also had goblins in the clan castle, which I did think about right before I deployed them. So thank you, Matsumoto, very much for the goblins. They ended up paying for themselves by getting this 40,000 gold for me. Now the question is, in these 12 seconds left, how much can these archers pick off, and can we get the clan castle, or the town hall? Yes, we can. And can we get these other guys? Oh, it's going to be really close. 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh man, look at that health. I've had closer fights. I had a fight once where I literally could not see how much health was left on the bar because it was so empty, and I failed to get 3 stars. But oh, that hurts. It's not that bad, I guess, because he only had, I think, 13 trophies if we did 3-star him. So, I mean, that's only like a 5 difference. So we did get 8, though. We did deploy our entire thing, and we got, like, nearly all the resources. 100% of the elixir and 98% of the gold. That is a case where, like, if I wasn't talking to you guys and doing a live commentary, I probably would have 3-starred him, because at the beginning I was sort of slow by trying to explain what I wanted to do. Trying to show off, like, if I can successfully predict where my giants are going to go, which I was wrong about, I should add. It does make me look a little smarter, but no, it's always good to practice, like, predicting where it goes. Even if you're wrong, you learn something. So next time I'll know, like, if I'm attacking an archer tower right here, and there's another archer tower, say, right here, that distance away, will giants deployed here attack this or attack this archer tower, which actually exists? And the answer, at least in the case of the last battle, was they're going to go for this one. So for this about distance, they'd rather break through a wall. Okay, so that was educational. So let's go queue up armies before we build more wall breakers. Actually, let's spend stuff. Spending stuff is always fun. Oh, 1 guy left. Well, we got 2 minutes to spend stuff. Okay, so let's spend all of our gold. I'm going to keep expanding the walls. This is a popular place to bring in giants, so those 2 need to be done. And then I'm going to do this one right here. I mean, then again, we're going to be ripping up the space in a minute, so it doesn't matter. Say, okay, all the gold is gone. Good, perfect. Now for the elixir. So I don't need to actually cancel out all of this, and I actually don't want to. So I'm going to keep canceling out and checking how close we are. So we need to get up to 150,000 for the army camp. So that's going to be another 12,000, which is less than 10 guys. 2 more. Right there. Perfectly. So we just have enough. If I canceled out any more, the elixir would have been completely lost because we'd max out. Okay, so now we're going to send our worker off to go get busy and upgrade our final army camp. Then real quickly in the last minute, we're going to come in here and cancel these guys. And right there, that gives us another 25,000 elixir that we can now spend. Otherwise, you'll notice we would not have, if I had canceled out, if I didn't store up guys and we had maxed our army, we wouldn't have had enough elixir to retrain this army. So, big benefit right there. What do we need, though, to train? We still got 5 wall breakers. Didn't I deploy one last time? I feel like I totally deployed one to help them get through the walls. Maybe I misclicked, or maybe I actually had 6. Anyways, I think we had 10 giants. So I'm gonna go back to that. We have goblins. We had 10 of them. That was a pretty perfect amount. It's always good to have a few goblins. They're just so effective at getting resources. And 10, you saw me deploy 5 to clear out the collectors on the outside, and then deploy 5 more to get the storages on the inside. And then I decided to max out my attack and deploy everything to try to get the last bit as well. But having 10 lets you deploy in different groups, which is good. So I had 10, 10? No, I totally went up to 20 last time. I liked that. That was good. I was very happy with how the barbarians performed. They survived well for a very long time and soaked up a lot of damage. Oh, and that brings us to exactly 130. Perfect. Okay, so let's get back to the last attack to review. So, as you can see, this attack did defeat us. They got a 1-star, and they stole 4 trophies, so not bad. They're also 11 levels higher than us. So, I mean, what can you do? Let's see, so 11 giants, so giant heavy, 67 archers, so archer heavy as well, couple wizards thrown into the mix, unupgraded, 6 wall breakers, and 10 goblins. Some of these troops came out of the clan castle, though. I am curious which ones. I would guess it's going to be a mix of wizards and archers, but let's find out. I have not reviewed this replay. So, let's see how he 1-stars us. Okay, so coming straight into the spiral head on. Notice he only deployed about 4 or 5 guys out of his 11. Starts with the clan castle guys. I think I saw wizards come out of there. I think I called that perfectly. Okay, interesting. He brings in the others from up here. Once again, I like how he spreads out the archers. Our archers are doing good work against these lower goblins, or these giants from this side. Giants down here are nearly dead, which is good. Wallbreaker right there went for the buttress wall. Exactly what it's intended for. A couple others went for these false walls. Not false walls, funneling walls. I should mention what buttress walls are. Hopefully I remember. Oh, we had a couple more giants down here. Oh, no more giants down there. God, I still love spring traps. We get the last couple clan castle guys alive. Looks like they're probably going to die in a minute, though. But they've done a great job picking off the giants and then the archers. Couple scattered archers around. I mean, he's at 62% right now. He basically just took out everything on the sides. He took out 2 archer towers and the air defense. I mean, then again, the air defense is sort of, it always dies to giants, doesn't it? Sort of why it's the first one out there, because it doesn't really matter if it dies to giants unless they have balloons, which no one has so far. So yeah, that was good. Happy how that went. They did not touch either of the storages. As you can tell from the animation in this one, this was a lot more full, the gold in this one. I believe I also had a bunch of elixirs stored up in my barracks, so he was not able to steal those either. So, happy how that went. Let's critique his attack, though. I mean, I don't want to say, like, I don't think there's really anything bad about it, except for the way he used the wall breakers. So when he brought in his wall breakers, he brought them in up here. He had 6 of them. He deployed them all at once, I believe, up here. 1 came for this wall, which I referred to as a buttress wall. I'll explain what that means in just a minute. The other 5 or so came for right here and detonated on this wall and this wall next to it. So the first one came down here for the buttress wall. What are buttress walls? Buttress walls are walls which stick out of your base and support it from the outside. The word buttress comes from supports in churches, old medieval churches. They sort of look like it if you look up the images on Google, if you've ever visited an old medieval church. They're called flying buttresses in that case, or often are, because they're these large flying arches which support the outer walls. Well, in this case, these single walls support the outer walls. How so? Well, if a wall breaker comes in from this side, head on, they will detonate only on this buttress and not against any part of the real wall. In this case, his level of wall breakers and my level, I think it's level 3 wall breakers, it takes 2 of them to destroy this, which means 2 of them to get rid of this. Okay, now it's gone. Now your next one is only going to damage this wall for the first time. These walls will be completely unscathed, which means if you'd wanted to get through right here, it would have taken 5 wall breakers, all hitting right here, and none of them dying. As it was, only 1 went right here, the other 4, I think it was, went up there. Other than that, I like how he used his giants. I think he should have deployed them a bit sooner, especially down here and up here. He used them in the way to soak up fire and cover his guys. So he did a pretty good job of that. Other than that, my only other critique was over here, maybe don't deploy all your giants in a group. Why? So they don't take splash damage, which means they survive longer and soak up fire for longer. I maybe would have put 1 here and 1 here initially, and then I would have, maybe once they're already in here and like half dead, I would have put down a second and a third and a fourth, respectively. Okay, so I've been talking for a very long time. We have done, what has it been, 2 successful attacks? I mean, well, 1 was sort of unsuccessful, half successful. Got us 1 star because I forced myself into attacking, and the other one was, the other one was definitely successful. I got the elixir we needed, got us a bunch of gold to keep upgrading walls. Yeah, that was definitely a successful attack. But now we're going to move into the next part. What is the next part? As I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to be doing base redesign once again. Okay, so what do I have in mind for this base redesign? Well, actually first, so in the last time, I split the base redesign up into a separate video. I don't expect as many of you guys to sit through it and watch it as these other parts, but if you want to, that's what it's for. It shows you how I'm thinking when I put down different things. I get into some really subtle things like why don't I swap this archer tower and this cannon? It's all about range and what it can hit and what it can protect and what it can shoot. So I think that you could definitely get a lot if you're looking to fine-tune your base. Beyond that, I'm also going to I'm gonna let you know right now that that I'm gonna split this up into a different part. I've now decided. So if you're not interested in watching that, go right ahead and skip it, or maybe jump to the end and just see what my base is like. I think I'll do a review at the end of the build, and do an overview of all the defenses. I'll probably talk about them while I'm building them, because, I mean, building is very slow, and I'll have way too much time to talk about stuff while I drag walls around. But at the end, I will do a review, so maybe check it out, and check the description, and I'll put a link in the description that will skip to the end, towards the end of the video when I do this review. So if you just want to see the highlights of the base, go check it out and just skip to the end. Okay then, so I'll see you guys in the next part for the base redesign.